Welcome back to Kansas City and Arrowhead Stadium on a warm and windy night. The flags here flying at half-mast as they are throughout our country as Americans mourn the loss of life in the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history, which took place last night in Las Vegas. Our entire Monday Night Football family extends our condolences to all of those impacted by this enormous tragedy. All of you are foremost in our thoughts and prayers tonight. Now here's public address announcer Brian Truda.
Ladies and gentlemen, the nation experienced a horrific tragedy when a shooting in Las Vegas resulted in the deaths of innocent people. At this time, please stand and join us in a moment of silent reflection for the victims, their families and loved ones, and also for the heroic efforts of our first responders. Thank you. Tonight's colors are presented by the Naval Operations Support Center. And now, Chiefs Kingdom, we ask you at this time to stand together and join your fellow fans in singing our national anthem. Leading all of us tonight is the Kansas City Symphony, conducted by Michael Stern.
Cousins smiling, his first experience here in Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Chiefs. The crowd cries in unison. If you're curious, the only player that we could see sitting or kneeling on either side was the Chiefs cornerback Marcus Peters, who has been sitting regularly this season. You've been watching the ESPN Monday Night Red Carpet Kickoff, engineered by GMC and its lineup of SUVs.
Bigger doesn't mean stronger. Don't be defined by a weight class. Bring the heat. Pack a punch. Come back for more. Like a charge. Like lightning in a bottle. Mighty like a pro. The all-new Terrain, the compact SUV from GMC. We are professional grade.
It takes hard work, grit, and determination to become a professional football player like Luke Kuechly. But it only takes 15 minutes to see how much you could save on car insurance with Geico.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Tony Gonzalez's career stats are legendary. So are his life stats. All the jobs his mom worked for him. the thousands of calls to her from the road, the 40 years of family dinners. Greatness is measured by the numbers, but it's made with a fighting spirit. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit.
Me and the guys walk into this place. Now, you would have thought from the name of it, it's gonna be packed with sailors. So I immediately picked out the biggest guy in there, and I walked straight up to him. Now, he looks me square in the eye, and I swear he says, "Welcome to Navy Federal Credit Union." Whoa, friendly alert. I got a great auto rate out of that guy. You know, now I have a wonderful hybrid, slate blue, cream interior. He was so nice.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Posting hashtag yeehaw.
Hashtag I have no signal and I still can't post out here.
Look out, coming through.
Hey, Thomas.
Howdy there, Joy. See, Joy's got the new iPhone with Verizon Unlimited. I bet I do. Best phone, best network. America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. She can post out here like she does in the city. Hey, 12 likes.
What?
Likes won't get you diddly around these parts. Yeah!
When you really, really want the best, get the new iPhone on the Best Unlimited with plans starting at $40 per line for 4 lines.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Back in Kansas City, the crowded Arrowhead Stadium fired up as always. They're 3-0 Chiefs hosting the Washington Redskins, who come in at 2-1. Kansas City won the toss and deferred, so Washington elected to receive the opening kickoff, and it's a brand new kicker for Kansas City, Kairos Santos. Their regular kicker out with a groin injury. They just signed this man, Harrison Butker, a rookie out of Georgia Tech, off the Carolina Panthers practice squad earlier this week. This is his first action in a regular season NFL game, and a booming kick. You can see why they had their eye on him when he was with the Panthers. No chance for Chris Thompson to run it out. So here comes Kirk Cousins, off one of the best games of his career, 25 out of 30 Sunday night against the Raiders for 365, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. It computes to a passer rating of 150.7, best in any game by any quarterback this season. He's got teammates playing here who have prepared him for just how loud this place is, and he starts under center with a handoff to Rob Kelly. Tackled by Derek Johnson, the 34-year-old inside linebacker, the leader of that Chiefs defense.
I think it's important for Cousins tonight to make some plays against this Kansas City 3-man rush. Kansas City's going to mix it up, and Cousins has to get used to these new receivers. Terrell Pryor at the bottom of the screen, and don't forget Rob Kelly, the feature back, is coming off some serious rib problems.
Movement along the line of scrimmage. Walt Coleman is the referee.
Encroachment, number 95. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Chris Jones, part of that front three on defense for the Chiefs. The Redskins have one of the best offensive lines in football. Trent Williams, the left tackle, and Brandon Sheriff, the right guard, both Pro Bowlers a year ago. Williams 5 times to the Pro Bowl. The backs and receivers, as Coach Gruden just mentioned, Terrell Pryor, a newcomer, over from Cleveland as a free agent. Swing pass to Kelly. He didn't catch it. That was very nearly a lateral. A backward pass. It was ruled forward in an incomplete pass. And it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Washington. There's
confusion in the heart. Can he play at a high level with an injury, and he's not off to a great start. We have confusion in the huddle in this short yardage situation.
They shift Niles Paul, ordinarily a tight end, to the backfield to lead the way for Rob Kelly, who bounces off some hits and is free. And he's finally spun down as he crossed the 45-yard line by the safety, Ron Parker, a gain of 12.
Well, they run a power play off the left side. They're going to pull their Pro Bowl right guard, Brandon Sheriff, and Rob Kelly just shut me up with great traffic running. Big first down. The Chief defense shut down New England twice in 4th and 1 situations in their opener. That's an impressive conversion for Washington.
Now the Redskins spread the field with 3 receivers. And Kelly on the left hip of Cousins. Inside handoff to Kelly. Washington early in the year clearly making more of an effort to run the football than in recent years. Here's a look at the Kansas City defense. Benny Logan over as a free agent from the Eagles on a 1-year, $8 million deal. Outstanding linebackers. They're without D. Ford, a pass rusher, so Frank Zombo steps in for him tonight. And in the secondary, Marcus Peters, one of the best corners in the NFL, more interceptions the previous 2 years with 14 than any other player in the league. Daniel Sorensen in for the injured Eric Berry. Team leader and safety star out with an Achilles injury suffered in Foxborough in week 1. Cousins on target. Very close to a first down to Josh Doxson, the second-year man out of TCU.
This is a man they have to get going. And this is the corner, Mitchell, that is going to see a lot of action because he always does. Nobody wants to throw against Marcus Peters, and everybody's been looking for Terrence Mitchell. He had 2 interceptions last week against the Chargers, but that's not going to stop Washington from testing him again here tonight.
Yeah, they didn't stop Phillip Rivers even with those 2 interceptions in Los Angeles last week, and Phillip threw 19 of his 40 passes in the direction of Mitchell and away from Peters. Cousins for a deep try, looking for Pryor, and it is caught! Marcus Peters claiming Pryor pushed off, but there is no flag on the play, and it's a touchdown for the Washington Redskins, 44 yards.
That's one thing you have to do is shut the crowd up with some early success. And Pryor runs right by Marcus Peters, and he uses his ball tracking ability to find it. That is uncommon where you go after the Pro Bowl left corner of the Chiefs and have that type of success. Great throw by Cousins. An aggressive opening for the Skins.
Bob Sutton, the defensive coordinator, says one of Peters' best skills is his ability to turn and pick up the ball right away, track the ball. He had trouble doing it there. And this big crowd silent. The Redskins score on their opening possession for the 2nd week in a row. And the extra point added by Dustin Hopkins. Terrell Pryor. His first touchdown as a Washington Redskin. 7-0 Washington.
What we're going to have you do is each have a bite of 2 different burgers. One is flame grilled, the other one is fried on the flat top.
Definitely flame grilled.
Yeah.
So much better.
What you're saying is that we should destroy this flat top.
Flat top is my enemy.
Get 2 flame grilled Whopper sandwiches for just $6. Only at Burger King.
Like its 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Here's to the beer you can always count on. Brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
Monday Night Football. Vikings, Bears. Next Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Back in Kansas City, Terrell Pryor, his first touchdown as a Redskin. He did clearly give Marcus Peters a little bit of a shove. To Jerry Austin, our referee in the booth, rules expert, said not enough in his opinion to warrant the flag. Terrell Pryor, what a career he's had.
Well, more importantly, he's got to pick up the slack. They lost Deshaun Jackson. They lost Pierre Garçon, and they need some vertical shots. Dotson caught one last week against the Raiders, and Pryor is here to make those kind of plays against those kind of corners. Hopefully for Washington, that kind of play can ignite him. But don't forget this man, Peters. He will not back down at all. He'll be right back for more. This is one heck of a corner.
You see Eric Berry there on the bench. He's been around to lend his support in meetings, and obviously on the sideline tonight, one of the great safeties in football. Battled cancer back in 2014. His return was one of the great stories in the league, and unfortunately blew up his Achilles in the opening win at New England. Touchback off the foot of Dustin Hopkins. So here comes Alex Smith through 3 games, leading the NFL in passer rating. First Chiefs quarterback to do that through 3 weeks or more into a season since Joe Montana was the top-rated passer in the NFL Week 9 of 1993. Now 33 years old in the final year of his contract, the former #1 overall pick out of the University of Utah. Playing the best football of his career. Last year threw for a career high 3,502 yards. He's on pace to throw for more than 4,000 this season. Play fake, and he's in trouble and dropped immediately. Ryan Kerrigan there. The ball came out, and the Chiefs got it back at the 15-yard line.
Kerrigan is playing great football right now for Washington, and when you run a bootleg, you better get your hands on him to try to stymie that charge. He's unblocked as a free run at Alex Smith, and that was an easy one for Kerrigan. 100 straight starts tonight. Brought in here in 2011 out of Purdue. What a Redskin he has been.
First-round pick that year, has never missed a game. Has started every game, as John said tonight. Number 100 in a row in the NFL. Kareem Hunt straight ahead, and he got rejected. After a pickup of 3, Mason Foster led the way for Washington. And now Kareem Hunt is not getting up. Grabbing at his left knee.
Oh, that's their guard. That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. And that is not a good sign either. Just got a 5-year, $41 million contract, and there's concern on the field for their veteran offensive right guard.
And as they tend to him, we'll step aside. 7-0 Washington in the first quarter.